What's going on, guys? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe. My name is Matt, and the Colts lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars 24-0. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on this game. I'll talk about the very few positives from the Colts, and then I'll also talk about the negatives as well. But before I do that, if you're new, or if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would click that subscribe button, click the notification icon. That way YouTube notifies you whenever I upload a video. If you like this video, smack the like button. Leave your thoughts down below on the game. And if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at horseshoe_pod. There's a link in the description down below. Yeah, man. This was a disgusting game on the Colts side of things. The Colts, especially offensively, just couldn't do anything on Jacksonville. They were struggling with this defense, and it's embarrassing. And then you go to the defensive side of things. Yeah, towards the end of the game, they started to play better, but offense isn't doing anything, so it's not like it matters, you know? I mean, it's garbage time anyway. So I don't really think Jacksonville was going at 100 at that point. But they did get some stops towards the end of the game. There's one positive out of the few. Let's start with offense first. Very few positives when it comes to the offense. So, I thought Doolin stepped up, played a pretty good game. Caught 5 passes for 79 yards. He was really the only receiver that really did anything on the offensive side of things, whether they couldn't get open or there just wasn't enough time to throw the football. Patman, dropped that pass early on, but he did get 2 more catches, so I guess there's that. And Hines, I thought Hines was used pretty well in this game in the receiving side of things, not in the run game. That's really about it offensively. And then, like I said, defensively, there were a few plays where the secondary was doing a pretty good job. There was that almost pick by Julian Blackmon early on in the game. That would have been a really cool interception. Defense was able to not let Jacksonville drive down the field, like I said earlier, towards the end of the game. Again, whether Jacksonville was going at 100 or they were just relaxing, don't know, but there was that as well. Special teams, Matt Hawk, he did a good job punting the football, so that was nice. Looking at, our leading tacklers for the game, Bobby Okereke led the team in tackles with 11 in total. Zaire Franklin had 10 as well. Now let's get to the negatives. Matt Ryan, he wasn't great today. Didn't really play that good. He was okay at best, but I mean, he did have 3 interceptions. 1 or 2 were on him for sure. The other, I don't really blame as much because there was no help from the offensive line for practically the entire game, it felt like. But yeah, he had some bad throws in this game. Wasn't really making the best decisions in this game. It's just weird, It's weird that Matt Ryan just fell off a cliff in this game, essentially. Had good moments, but didn't really play that good of a game. Towards the end of the game, Taylor was able to start moving the ball a little bit, but early on, he couldn't do anything at all. Some of the receivers, they just couldn't get open. Some of them were dropping the football. It just, you don't want to see that. And Paris Campbell, where were you? I mean, 0 catches. I get he only had 1 target, but 0? Come on. And then Strawn had the 1 catch, but, that was about it. Yeah, and offensive line. We're paying our offensive line, over $50 million potentially? Where is the good offensive line play? Because Matt Pryor sucked today. Matt Pryor was terrible today. I mean, you had Braden Smith, who was making some mistakes. Ryan Kelly didn't play that great. Danny Pinter didn't play great as well. I mean, Matt Ryan was sacked 5 times in this game. 5 times. Offensive line has to pick it up. They absolutely do, because this offense is not going to be able to do anything if our offensive line plays like trash, because that's what they played like today. They played like trash. Bench Matt Pryor. I'm done. Yes, I know that Bernhard Raimann did get beat the one time towards the end of the game, but Bernhard Raimann, to me, looked better than Matt Pryor. I mean, Matt Pryor, maybe he just isn't meant to be a left tackle, because I thought he did good on the right side. Maybe move him over to the right side and let Bernhard Raimann start. It's not going to happen, but that's what I would do. But yeah, 5 sacks. Absolutely ridiculous. And then there was all the penalties. False starts and all that. It was dumb. Absolutely dumb. So yeah, offense was pretty terrible today. They got the ball down the field a few times, but they could not convert in the red zone. They couldn't get in the end zone. Now let's move to the defense. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence, he had his way. He was not sacked at all. Had 25 of 30 passes completed for 235 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, you can't let him do that to you. Okay, I know he's a good quarterback. I know he's going to develop into a really good quarterback. But you cannot let Trevor Lawrence have time to throw the football. Where's the pressure from the defensive line? It's not there. Yannick Ngakoue, where were you? Seriously, like, nobody could really get to Trevor Lawrence. Like, that was a huge problem. Jacksonville's offensive line manhandled the Colts' defensive line, it felt like. Again, towards the end of the game, started to not be the case, but did they go 100? I don't know. Run game-wise, I thought the defense did okay. 23 attempts for James Robinson, got 64 yards, had that 37-yard touchdown run, which, not good, but, they did an all right job with him after that touchdown. Travis Etienne, 9 carries for 20 yards, did a decent job with him. And then going to the receivers, they were getting open. There's good coverage at times, sure, but Christian Kirk, 6 catches, 78 yards. Evan Ingram, 7 catches, 46 yards, and Kirk had 2 touchdowns, by the way. Marvin Jones, 3 catches, 33 yards. I mean, the Colts defense could not stop Jacksonville's offense. It was absolutely ridiculous, for sure. So yeah, I am not among the people that say Frank Reich deserves to be fired after this week. I'm not really a fan of firing coaches during the season. At that point, you're throwing the season away. So if you fire Frank Reich now with 15 games left, I mean, I don't like the Colts' chances to get to the playoffs. I don't know, maybe they rally around whoever gets selected and they go on a run, kind of like when Chuck Pagano couldn't coach. Bruce Arians came in and did a fine job. So maybe something like that happens, but I doubt it. I just can't see that happening. So if they're going to fire him, which I don't know if they're going to, I would prefer to do it at the end of the season. But Frank Reich, you got to do a better job getting these boys ready. I mean, did you forget about last year? Final game of the season, win, you're in the playoffs, you get embarrassed. Jacksonville fans were wearing clown masks. They were calling it Clown Town. Like, is this something that you guys just were like, oh, look, it's another game, it's a different team, it's just another game. Like Leonard, Leonard said, yeah, we don't look at this as much of a must-win as other coaches. It's just another game. Or other media, not coaches. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sick and tired of the slow starts, though. I will say that. 1-1 is not what I envisioned for this team. I thought at worst to be 1-1. But look, again, I don't think Frank Reich is going to be fired anytime soon, but I'll tell you right now, I do believe that seat is getting a little toasty. It's getting a little toasty, so Frank Reich, got to go in there, beat Kansas City, beat Tennessee. It's what I need them to do. But yeah, I just thought this team was outcoached and outplayed, just in all aspects of the game. Very disappointing. I don't know. It would have been nice to have T.Y. in this game. I know some people weren't for T.Y. coming back, but I was for it. I wish we'd had him, but yeah, very disappointing game to say the least. And that's going to do it, guys. 24-0 is the final score. Jacksonville embarrasses the Indianapolis Colts in week 2. We'll see if the Colts can bounce back. Don't know if that's going to happen or not. Hopefully it does, but we'll find out when the next few games pass. We'll see if they bounce back or not. So that's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new or if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon so you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like this video, smack that like button. Leave your thoughts down below. What are your thoughts on the game? And if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at @horseshoe_pod. There's a link in the description down below. So thank you very, very much for watching. I've been Matt, Bleed Blue, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you watch one of these other 2 videos. They're cool. Also, if you're new, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. I greatly appreciate your support.